It's Friday night, the first day of the weekend, and everyone's feeling fresh and ready for some quality music. So let's get started. This is 10 Days Off. Tonight's a mashup of garage, dubstep, hip-hop, house, and electronica. There's some hot DJs in there tonight. I'm going to be catching up with some of them later. See you in the studio.
10 Days Off.
So here we are now with one of the DJs of tonight, Phaeleh, aka Matt, or Matt, aka Phaeleh. Nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
10 days off. Are you a virgin?
Yeah, it's my first time, but you've been very gentle with me, so it's been enjoyable.
So how was the crowd tonight? You know, you played a wicked set out there.
Really cool, actually. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. It's my first time here, so I kind of mixed up a bit more than normal, sort of played a few different styles. But yeah, it was quite cool. You seem to be seeing people into lots of different things, and yeah, it's always a very friendly crowd out here.
Where do you get all these influences from? And
I mean, I think my influences have just sort of stemmed from years and years of listening to music. So I ended up playing a few tracks tonight, which I liked years ago, some old LFO tracks and some old breaks tracks. Yeah, and then somehow managed to sort of mix that into some sort of more ambient dubstep, if you want to call it that.
you've had some massive support from some of the big boys like Scuba and Scream. What are you working on now that they're playing?
Well, I mean, what's quite funny with a lot of support lists, like, so for example, on those two, that's sort of from bios which are quite old, which sort of people use. So I don't think either of them have played anything probably in about 4 years. But I mean, I think a few years back I was very into the sort of, not dubstep scene, but the practice of sending tunes to every DJ out there, trying to make sure everyone's got it. But I think over time, sort of since those days, I've kind of sort of lost interest in that, and I just make music for myself. So I think musically now, I'm kind of enjoying myself more than ever, but I'm sort of back in a good headspace where I can sort of make whatever it is without feeling, I don't feel tied to a particular sound or genre. My stuff's always quite melodic and emotive, but I don't feel too sort of confined to a particular tempo or style.
Cinematic has also been used in one of your bios. How does that come into it?
My music has a lot of strings, it's quite dynamic. It's not a big square wave of loud robot fighting or anything like that. So I think people just kind of see the musicality in it, and I think that's why they say cinematic, because a lot of it probably could work quite well sort of as a soundtrack to a film or something. But I think people just sort of like it because it's quite emotional. It covers a lot of styles, and I think people just sort of connect with it.
Is there a Bristol sound?
I don't think there is, because I think there's so many different styles. I think from a journalistic point of view, people like to try and put like London's crew all in one box, Leeds, Manchester, wherever. They try and put everyone in the little pigeonholes. Whereas I think the thing is with Bristol, and the thing I loved about it is it was house nights and breakbeat nights while I moved there. I didn't move there for the dubstep scene. I didn't move there for sort of the drum and bass scene or what a lot of people associate with it. But in Bristol, I know people who make amazing jump up. I know people that make amazing sort of chilled out stuff. So I think it's too easy to say there's a Bristol sound, but I think in sort of reality, there's so many different styles, so many different approaches. I don't think it's kind of fair on everyone to kind of put them into one box. But I'm quite cynical, so I might not be the best person to ask.
got next to me now Kode9 before he starts his set tonight. Hi, Steve.
Hi, how you doing?
Very well, and yourself?
Cool. Bit tired, trying to wake myself up.
Well, you'll be well and truly awake in an hour's time. Welcome to 10 Days Off.
Thank you.
Is it your first one?
It is my first one. I played in Ghent before at this venue, but never 10 days off.
And what do you think of the venue?
It's quite a beautiful, it's like an old ballroom, something like that. Yeah. It's a different spot to play in.
Can you describe for us your style?
Well, I probably most well known for dubstep, but I don't really do dubstep sets anymore. Not since about 2009. So my DJ sets just now are kind of all over the place. I play some house, some Chicago footwork, some hip hop, a little bit of old dubstep, and so on. So my sets are quite wide ranging these days. I think since dubstep became very big, I just lost a bit of interest, and I've had to try and find my style that I was happy with again, instead of just playing one genre of electronic music. So I'm still trying to find the combination of sounds that I'm happy with, but it's a lot of fun mixing all this stuff together.
And is that what we will be expecting from you this evening?
Yes. Oh yes.
A whole mashup of good stuff.
Yeah.
The weekend has officially launched. We'll see you tomorrow for day 9, but don't switch off. You've got a live set coming up.
10 days off.
afraid. Are